Now let me teach you about the RowMapper as well as ResultSet. So you've seen this code right here, which kind of looks a little bit ugly, but let me explain. The RowMapper allows us to transform data that we get back from our table right here into a Java object. So RowMapper, meaning that you see that we have this row. So when we say select star from customer, we get this table. You've seen this before. So the row, so each row gets mapped into a Java object. And this is done like so. So here we've got customer, so we create the new object, and then we say result set or RS. Now RS is an object that maintains a cursor pointing to its current row of data. So here, so this is RS right here, right? So currently it's pointing to this row. So when we say rs.get int, so int is the data type for our ID, and then we pass the column label. So the column label is this one. So ID maps to this column label that you see here. Then rs.string maps to this column. So name maps to this column name. And then string, so rs.getString because the name is a string. The same for email, right? So email maps to this column in here, and getString because email is a string, and then rs get int because age is an integer, so the value in it is an integer. So the result set, basically, as we say select star from, or select all the columns from the table, the result set will go from the first row, and this is what this row num means. It just means the row that you are currently working on. So it goes from this row, then it moves on to the next row, and then it performs this again. So it maps the current row to a Java object. Then it moves to the next one, next one, next one, until it does the whole set, and then it's done. And if you look into this query right here, we pass the SQL as well as the RowMapper, and this gives us back a list, right? Because we performed the RowMapper on a collection of data, and we transformed it using this RowMapper in here to customers. If you want to change this from customer to something else, you can absolutely do it. So you just have to change this type right here. So this is using generics. And to be honest, this is everything that the RowMapper is doing. Now, obviously, you've seen that. So what we did was, so here before, so this was inline. So if I inline this, you can see that this looks like this. And we might even remove this as well. So this line here, so customer, we could just inline this as well. Whoops, like this. And then replace with lambda expression. And check this out. So this becomes like that, right? And you can see that now it's even shorter. And if you want, you can also remove all of that and just put it here because it's the exact same thing. So remove that semicolon there and we are good to go. So hopefully now you see what is the RowMapper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as it was before because it's easy to read and understand, but I wouldn't leave it like this. I'm just leaving it because of you. Cool. The next thing that I want to do is to extract this RowMapper in here to its own class, because when we implement select customer by ID, we have to map basically a customer. We basically have to use the exact same code that you see here. This is all for now. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, catch me in the next one.